3042. Quiet, peaceful, ordinary. Everyone knows everyone. But some things in Ridgewell are too quiet. There's one thing no one ever talks about. A murder that happened, but officially never did. It lingers like a shadow behind every smile. Everyone knows it's there, but no one dares to speak. In 1998, a young woman named Lena Cross vanished on her way home from dinner. Her car was found deep in the woods, engine running, door open. But Lena was gone. Not a single trace. Sheriff Tom Ridley led the search for weeks. No body, no clues, nothing. And then the case was quietly closed. The report had just one word written on it: runaway. But in the silence that followed, Lena never really left Ridgewell. Years later, a new family moved into town, the Hendersons. Their 10-year-old son, Max, began having nightmares. He saw a girl in the dark holding a light like a lantern, motioning for him to follow. One night, trembling, he whispered to his mother, "There's a girl outside my window. She keeps saying to tell the truth." At first, they thought he was imagining things. But then Max described her height, her hair, her dress, and the necklace she wore, a silver heart pendant engraved with the initials LC, the same necklace Lena Cross was wearing the night she disappeared. Sheriff Ridley came by the house to check things out. He searched every room, climbed up to the attic, where he thought he saw a shadow move. He turned away like nothing happened. In the basement, he felt something brush his shoulder. He flinched, went pale, and quickly left. He didn't take notes. He didn't ask questions. He just said, "Don't talk about this to anyone." Weeks passed. Max's dreams grew worse. He began hearing whispers, even when he was awake. Then his mother started dreaming of the same girl. When she tried to ask the neighbors, doors shut in her face. No one wanted to talk. The constant nightmares and eerie silence terrified the Hendersons. They decided to leave town. When they told Sheriff Ridley, he looked shocked, but also relieved. If they left, there'd be no reason to reopen the case. No reason for the truth to ever come out. The sheriff's sister was married to the mayor. They seemed happy. Perfect even. But their daughter, Olivia, began seeing the same girl in her dreams. She heard the same whispers. The mayor was deeply disturbed but told no one. Olivia and Max went to the same school, and both confided in their teacher, Jessica. They didn't know they were describing the same thing. Jessica called both families to meet. The Hendersons spoke openly, desperate for answers. But the mayor and his wife left in a hurry, pale and uneasy. The next day, Sheriff Ridley visited Jessica and politely warned her, "Don't talk to those kids about this again." Jessica had never seen the sheriff so serious. He usually acted gentle, even charming. She knew he liked her, and she liked him too. But this was different. This was fear. Weeks passed. Olivia stopped coming to school. Worried, Jessica went to the mayor's house. Olivia's mother, Anna, looked startled to see her. When Jessica asked to see Olivia, Anna pleaded, "Please, let this go." Olivia suddenly ran to the door and hugged Jessica. Her eyes were red and tired. She said nothing. Jessica stayed for coffee, then left, but couldn't stop thinking about her. Soon Max stopped coming to school too. When Jessica visited the Hendersons, she found him the same way, exhausted, eyes red, unable to sleep. His mother said, "He says when he closes his eyes he sees someone holding a light." Jessica wanted to tell the sheriff, but she didn't, not after seeing his reaction last time. A week later, she learned the Hendersons were moving out. Jessica tried to stop them, but they were determined. She couldn't understand what was happening, but she knew it was tied to Lena Cross. She started digging, but every time she asked someone in town, they fell silent. Even the sheriff refused to talk. One evening in her backyard, Jessica heard a whisper, "Come find me." At that very moment, the Hendersons came to say goodbye. Max hugged her tight and whispered in her ear, "Find her." Jessica nodded, speechless. 2 days later, the Hendersons left Ridgewell. The next morning, their house was already listed for sale, by order of the town council. From that day on, every trace of Lena Cross vanished. No records, no news clippings, no case files. Even the library microfilms were blank, but the old residents still remember. The posters nailed to trees, the missing girl's eyes, and her silver heart pendant that was never found. They say, if you drive through Ridgewell after midnight, you might see a girl standing by the woods, holding something that glimmers in the dark. And if you stop the car, she'll walk up to your window and whisper, "Do you believe me now?"